In today's video, we are going to learn AWS ECS Fargate, and I will explain entirely about the ECS topic, and I'll deploy the full stack application. And in last video, we discussed about bookstore application deployment, and this is my YouTube channel. And go to the playlist and view playlist. See, this is the playlist, entirely production grade application deployment. I will deploying here and I uploading here. See, database migration, CI/CD pipelines, everything. How companies actually they're following the steps and same thing I deployed. If you are did these projects, if you did this all playlist projects, you will get real world experience. And see, this is the 11 microservices project, like e-commerce application. First we have to complete this one, and slowly have to complete this all projects. And last video we deployed as a real production deployment full bookstore application. It's entire application I deployed on EKS, Kubernetes. This bookstore application, it's a Node.js application. In that video only I told you this same application I will deploying the next video on Fargate application. And today's video I will explain detailing about what is ECS, orchestration, containerization, everything I will explain. After that I will jump into the hands-on demo, and this video is very helpful. Please watch till to end and complete your hands-on project and upload it on LinkedIn, and share it to the friends. Maybe there will be loan. And but this video is very powerful video. Like too many members, serverless applications they are deploying. If you know this project and if you added in your resume will be get some most powerful. Okay, see this all projects is production grade applications, not dev, not staging thing. This entirely in production. How actual companies there are following the architectures, same architectures I implemented. Please go through whenever you are free. At that time, build these projects and post it on LinkedIn, post it in the resume, upload in the resume, and share it to your friends. Definitely, if you did this all projects, definitely you will be placed in some another company. You will be get the calls in startups companies. If you posted in a LinkedIn, the founders and CEOs, if they watched your post, you will be at least get the interview calls. This much of impact is there in these projects. Please follow this, do this projects, nothing else. And this is my LinkedIn account. There is a one AWS summit is there in Mumbai 2026. In near you are staying in Mumbai or staying in Pune, please attend this event. I'm coming this event and we will meet there. It's May 28th, 2026, GeoWorld Convention Center. Registrations today only it's open. This is my LinkedIn. If you just type name Armul Ashwin Reddy, if it will redirect to my LinkedIn page and you can see the post. Just register. This is a very big event. It's a 28th. It's a full day event. Please, it's a free event and register this event. You will get lot many things. You will learn too many things and good swags also. You will get it everything. Please register this form. And coming to the today's topic, store application. Okay, directly jumping to the deployment, I will be explain what is ECS, Fargate, and what is orchestration, what is the how it we can implement and everything. Okay, first of all, what is ECS? See before you need a there is a prerequisite is there in this video for AWS knowledge and some Terraform knowledge because of entire application I am deploying in the Terraform, and GitHub Actions some knowledge and DevOps knowledge. It's fine. If not have knowledge also, I can tell you, but maybe you will not able to understood. But watch till end video, you will be get it. Okay, and what is ECS? See, ECS stands for Elastic Container Services. See, ECS is a service from AWS that's help and run managing the containers. Hey, now don't get confused. This is the big uh, about this what I said. See, I will explain detailedly about what is ECS. See, uh, your application plus all dependencies, it's packed into the box, and that box is called as a containerization service. Containerization, and that ECS is a system, and that runs those all boxes for you. Now you got the clarity, right? See, your application plus all dependencies, it's packed to one box. That box is a containerization. That containerization box, it will run on ECS system. Okay. Now see, what is containerizations? See, before containerizations, developers usually they will be faced too many problems because uh, their entire code in their local laptop, and their local laptop it is working, but that same code, if another laptop it is not working because of some dependencies issues, like some software issues. That's why it's getting too many problems. After when the containerization came, uh, the it will like it will work like, mm, your entire code plus your entire libraries, your entire environment, it will pack to the one containerization. It will push to some ECR repository. That image link, everyone will be take it, and they will be run on their local systems. At the time, it will work. See, I will explain one real world example problem. See, okay, now let us imagine this situation. If you are a developer, if you are developed your app, and that app is suddenly traffic gets came very heavy traffic. You build the application, it's running for that application for only for 5 people, 10 people. Suddenly that application will be increased to the 100 users. You know, at that time you need to increase servers, right? You need more containerizations. You need auto scaling, failed requisitions, and load balance. So everything you want, right? Can your site will be manage these all things? No, because you didn't configure everything. Okay, can you sit and manage all containerizations and orchestration tool and sit together and you have to manage it? No, right? How many times, like 24 by 7, you have to sit together and you have to working and everything? It is impossible, right? That's why the orchestration tool it's came. See, this is the where managing the everything. See, it's managing the multiple containerations automatically. Like it will creating the orchestration tools. Like it will starting your containerizations. It will stopping your containerization tools. Like it's restarting if your containerization is failed, or scheduling if your case like your traffic is very high, it's automatically increasing your servers based on your uh, survey like traffic based. It will be increasing the your scaling. This is the everything is automated. That's why ECS, what is ECS means? ECS is orchestration containerization tool plus orchestration tool. And orchestration tool means it will handle multiple containerizations automatically without human effect. This is the meaning of exact ECS. Now you got the clarity, and now I will be explain if without orchestration tool how it will be work. You know, I'm a client. I have a project idea. This project idea, I went through the TCS company. If you take the exam, any TCS or startup, if any company, I given my entire idea detailedly. See, this is my idea. You need to build like this, and the entire TCS they will plan and design, and they will collect the information requirement and everything, and there everything there will be documented, and they will give to the developers. Developers will be start writing a front end, back end, databases, everything. There will be write if Node.js application means there will write front end, Node.js backend, and whatever the language. If it is microservices, whatever it will write everything, and it will give to the GitHub. DevOps people's their junior DevOps peoples are without orchestration. I'm telling there will be create one EC2 instance. In that EC2 instance, um, they deployed entire application like front end, back end, database, everything in one EC2 instance. They will deployed, and one more EC2 instance they will created in that instance also. They did same process. After that, they will create the auto scaling group, and sorry, they will create the load balancer. They're attached to the both, and that load balancer it's connected to the route 53, and that route 53 it using the thing. In this scenario, two EC2 instance means like if you are using the 100 members, mostly it will based on the IAM role and instance type. If you that person will be selected on the T2 micro, T2 minimum based on that. If, for example, it will take the 100 users. If suddenly the increases will be 1,000, at that time immediately it will crash, right? Yet we didn't configure the auto scaling also, right? Okay, if we are configure the auto scaling group also, the servers will be increasing. At that time also it will be problem, right? If the immediately the servers will be fail means again it will taking some time, it will installing. This process is without orchestration. It will not manage like if the entire application you taken and deployed. Here there is a no containerization is not there, no orchestration is not there, not everything is not there. Like it's if everything is failed means you don't know like what is fail and everything, you're not there, right, in this process. And see, I will explain one more topic about uh, ser- see, EC2 means it's a server, and ECS means it is a serverless. See, if your application is running as EC2, you have to manage everything. And if your application is running as a Fargate, as a ECS, everything it's managed by AWS because of its ECS. It's a Fargate. Everything it's managed by AWS. You need to write entire code and it will deploy it. And I will share this image in my GitHub, and just go through, read this details. You will get the better clarity about whatever I explained. You will get some more clarity about this one. And one more thing, I will explain. You will get the doubt. What is the server and what is the containerization? What is the difference between the server and containerization? You know, server means there is a server. In that server, you have to deploy your entire application. Uh, and containerization means here you have your entire application with the dependencies, with the source code. You have to pack it like a box, and that box you are deploying as a server in the EC2 instance. This is the meaning of server and serverless. If you read this content, you will be better clarity it. Okay, now with orchestration tool, I will explain. Now you got the without orchestration. Now this is the with orchestration. Okay, I will increase my image size. Okay, see, same example. I'm a client. I have a one project idea. That same idea I explained to the TCS, and TCS planned and designed and collect the information and required from the client. Whatever I everything it will collected and it will send it to the developer. And developer has started the code and their local laptop and their local dependencies, everything in their local, everything it's pushed to the GitHub. The front end, back end, database, everything they pushed it. After that, if actual DevOps people, everything it will take it and they will run the CI/CD pipelines, or they will run manually, or their GitHub actions. They're entirely taken the source code and they build the Docker image. That Docker image, it push it to the Amazon ECR repository. And that ECR repository, we will take the ECR repository link. In that ECR repository, we will be entire application we are deploying to the Amazon ECS. We will create containerizations in the servers. Containerizations is a application plus dependencies and OS and hardware and source code. Everything we are deploying. And whenever whenever you can running the containerizations will be give as a network like a server. Only you are accessing the containerizations only. But the containerizations is running background the EC2 instance or forget. You will not able to see the how many EC2s is running, how many EC2s you are not able to see it because it's everything is running the background. You will not able to get it everything. And that if you are running front end and back end, you will get the two load balancers. That load balancer you are connecting the route 53 and route 53 it's accessing. And in this architecture, if suddenly you are increased your users at that time auto scaling group, it will creating the more instance like more containerization servers, and it will creating the more EC2 instance in the background, and it will handle everything, handle the load and everything. And if suddenly uh, increase is load is decreased at the time, it will delete the EC2 instance in the background. This is the entire process, and I hope you got the clarity. And once again, I will share this entire documentation. Just go through this documentation. Okay. And now coming to the my actual code. See, this is my GitHub code. This is my backend, and this is my front end. Same, my bookstore application only I am deploying. But this last time I deployed entirely in Kubernetes and Kubernetes plus EC2. But this application I am deploying with entirely ECS Fargate with Docker images. I'm deploying this is the entire production grade deployment. I'm not using anything in manually, like everything GitHub actions, CI/CD pipelines, everything I'm using. Okay. See, my front end, this is my front end code, back end code, and database. I'm using the RDS. This everything. Like the front end user hitting the route 53, route 53 hitting with the load balancer will be into the front end to the back end load balancer, back end load balancer to the code, and back end load balancer to the database. See, in this scenario, in my front end code repository, src, pages, and config.js, here I need to give the backend details, like backend load balancer details. In this current deployment stage, I'm deploying front end backend at a time, right? At the time, I don't have any backend load balancers. That's why I'm giving the route 53 details. Later on, my application until it's deployed, my backend load balancer, I will create a record with the route 53, and this record will be communicating to the my front end. Okay, and my backend details, in my backend, I'm giving the database details. It will communicate. My database my database details I'm providing in the backend code, and backend details I'm providing the front end src pages and config.js. The entire communication is going on good. Okay, this is the entire process. Now I got the clarity. I will explain the short form. Currently, I don't have any backend load balancers and front end load balancers. I'm deploying entirely everything. I created the database. In database details, I'm giving the backend. And backend, at the time, I don't have load balancer. That's why I'm creating the route 53. And these route 53 details, I'm giving to the front end. In the front end load balancer, I'm accessing the application. This is the way. Database details will be providing into the backend code, and now backend code details will be providing into the front end code, and front end code where config.js, inside config.js I will should give the backend load balancer. But at that time I don't know the backend load balancer. When the backend load balancer it will create at that time, ECS containerization services, at that time I will be provide to the route 53. That's why I'm taking the help of route 53. Okay, this is our architecture diagram. There's a one more architecture diagram is there, but listen, my front end creating the Docker image. and backend creating the Docker images and pushing to the ECR, and communication is the route 53. My route 53 domain name is all.site. This will be both communicating, and my RDS details I'm providing to the backend. Okay, now you got the entire clarity. I will show you my entire code based and go to the document. This entire code based, and see, this is the high level architecture. Okay, see, I provided here. You can just go and read this entirely. You will be get better clarity because of this entirely in the interview format. I written everything manually. I sit and I taken the notes and I mentioned everything here. Please go through this entire documentation when you are free time only. Spend for 5 to 10 minutes. You can read it. Okay. I will see, users will be hitting the route 53, route 53 load balancer, and load balancer directly hitting the ECS Fargate cluster. The Fargate clusters front end, React, and backend Node.js. And I'm creating the RDS. In this RDS, I'm giving the access to the Fargate ECS, and uh, and currently my application is empty, right? That's why I'm creating some SQL queries. That's why I'm creating the Bastion server. I'm running some queries, and if I want to access the RDS also to Bastion server, I am accessing. Okay, this the, and whenever my EC in ECR repository is also I'm connecting to here. Okay, I it's little bit confusing. I will explain another architecture with the same. Go to the documentations file. Okay, it's everything is interview level only. See, ECS with EC2 means it's a serverless. Again, it is a server. You have to manage ECS with forget everything. It AWS it will manage. Okay, and I will explain the architecture now. Okay, this is the architecture. Actually, you are following this one. Users, application workloads, and AWS ECS. And outside, we are taking like a stick load balancer to accessing the entire applications. And we are not using the file systems and secret manager and deployment scaling. And we are going for the AWS forget. And here it will connecting the uh, ECR, elastic container service repositories, and in the background it is running the EC services. It will running the task. Yeah, it will see, in the Kubernetes there is a pods is there, but ECS there is a task is there. In the task, your server is running. Same. It's the task means EC2, like a pod. Okay, and I will explain one PDF. In that PDF, I will be explain the difference between EC2 and ECS and EKS. And okay, mm, it's loading. It's take some time. Otherwise, I will be download and I will be explain. Yeah, okay. ECS versus ECS forget, and ECS Amazon Container Services. Uh, EKS is a Kubernetes service. It's running everything on EC2, or we can run as a forget also, but everyone is preferring on EC2 because we need to handle something. Uh, Coming to the ECS, we have to go for EC2. We have to go for the forget, but we have to choose for EC2 means we have to manage. If you go for the forget, it's everything it will manage for the AWS. I'm recommending to the forget. And I given some documentation here. What is Elastic Container Services? What EC2 with ECA 2, and ECS with the forget, and Elastic Container Services EC2 with ECS with EC2, ECS with forget. I given. some of the details and same. And coming to here, uh, ECS and EKS, you know, it's a open source. ECS is a AWS one, and EKS one is a yes, it's a open source from the Kubernetes. And containerization unit means it is for ECS, it will manage with the tasks. And coming to the EKS is the pods, it will creating the pods. And coming to ECS is very easy. If your code is there means you can deploy entire application. Coming to the uh, EKS, you have to handle everything, and you have to know the knowledge on EC. Uh, is AWS knowledge you want, like Kubernetes knowledge you want. If you don't know the knowledge means you are unable to deploy the entire application. Coming to the ECS, it's if you don't know the knowledge, if you have just code means you can easily can deploy it. And coming to the securities, IAM, AWS, everything it will manage for ECS. And EKS, you have to add on software and configure everything. And security ENI, it's everything. It will take some tasks, say, service on containerization, one containerization. Here coming to the like pod, which services like multiple pods it will creating like in the containerizations. Here it's entirely per task per service on one containerization per per task, which services in multiple containerizations. There's nothing as a difference. There is a same only, and its VM containerization limit is 120 for ECS, and EKS means 750 ports is there, and it's everything multi-cloud orchestrations. Everything it will manage on AWS, but we have to manage on EKS. And here you will get it. It's the image is see, its image is blur. Okay, I will be wait. I will show you. Okay, I it's okay. No problem. Um, see on premiums. I think I downloaded the PDF. Yeah, I downloaded, but its clarity is same like that only. But no worries. I will explain. You just listen. See, in on premise, like you have to take care of the physical servers and virtual machines, and OS you have to take it, and containerizations you have to take, orchestration you have to manage, and scalable runtime business logic, everything you have to handle. Nothing else. Coming to the EC, if you take the EC2, in the EC2 physical servers, AWS will be uh, handle everything, and virtualization also AWS will be handle, and you have to manage only OS, orchestration, containerization tool, and securities, and runtime and business logic. You have to manage only these things. Can coming to the ECS on EC2, Elastic Container Services, we on EC2, you have to manage AWS only it will manage physical servers, and virtual machine also it will manage AWS, and you have to manage OS, and containerizations it will manage by AWS, and orchestration again you have to manage, and securities you have to manage, and runtime you have to manage, and business logic you have to manage, and runtime you have to manage. And coming to ECS or EKS on EC2, same. It if you take the EKS Kubernetes orchestration, it will manage off. Remaining, you have to manage everything. And coming to ECS with EKS Fargate, physically it will manage, and virtual servers it will manage, and OS it will manage, containerizations it will manage, orchestration it will manage, and securities also it will manage. You have to manage only integration part, and runtime and business logic. You have to manage. And if you're using the Lambda, you don't need to take the tension about the physical servers and virtual machines and OS and containerizations. and orchestration tools and securities, even runtime also you don't need to take anything. It will trigger everything. And integration, you have to take some time. 50% it will take. Business logic you have to take. Because the lambda is only, it will run 15 minutes only. After that, you will not run. That's why everyone is choosing EKS Fargate or ECS Fargate only they are choosing. Because here there is no manual power. Everything it will manage on AWS only, right? In current organization situation is everyone is EKS on EC2 and ECS with Fargate. These two only AWS, every organization is following. In my organization, for the dev environment, we are using the ECS with Fargate, and production we are using the EKS on EC2. With the two we are maintaining. And this today's architecture, I'm exactly what in my organization they are following. Same architecture, same deployment we are following. In my organization, we are going for the uh, CI/CD pipeline with the GitHub Actions only. Same thing I will be explained today also. And I'm just closing this window, and just I will explain the code based. And is a PDF. Is a full stack Node.js forget deployment PDF. You no need to this step treatment. Not recommend. It's, I think it's not working. Okay, it's long back PDF. That's fine. Okay, this is the code. Current my code base is private. Whenever this video I will upload it to the YouTube. At the time I will read this. I think today date is 23rd. I will be release this video in 2 days. Okay. See, in my organization, we are following with the GitHub actions like Terraform. Uh, entire infrastructure we are following the VPC, like RDS, like everything we are following the GitHub actions only. We are not using the VS code like everything. I will show you the VS code also. See, we are don't follow the VS code format because in our if you take any organizations infrastructure Terraform, there will be trigger through the CI/CD pipeline only, like GitHub actions only. They will not run in the VS code because there will create some vault. There will create one EC2 instance. In that EC2 instance, there will create the vault. In that vault, there will be configured the AWS secret key and access scheme, and the vault it will be configured to the your CI/CD pipeline. You know, in the GitHub actions, whenever you pushed or pull request came to the main branch, at that time automatically it will triggered. At the time, it will create the IAM role. Um, I am role, I am user, it will create secret key and access key, it will create. Whenever the entire infrastructure it will take 2 minutes means the entire infrastructure 2 minutes it will take means um, the IAM user also it will take 2 minutes after deployment everything. The IAM user it will be deleted because of the we are going for the security levels. If you exposure the secrets means like if another in our organizations there will get means there will be misuse, and that's why we're going entirely CI/CD pipeline only. In my organizations we are following with the CI/CD pipelines. I worked on two organizations we followed everything in the CI/CD pipeline only. That's why I'm explaining same thing, because if you joined any company also, you don't need to worry everything. In our YouTube channel knowledge is there means you can learn anything. Okay, coming to the it's a backend and front end. First of all, we'll go with process. First, front end image and back end image, we will build it. And second, and we will create VPC and RDS and ECS Fargate, we will deploy it. Okay. First, I will explain the deployment full stack ECR workflow. See, this is the entire pipeline. Full stack ECR pipeline. Main branch or master branch, any branch is fine. And path is client and backend. This is the backend and client. Whenever in the client any changes or backend any changes, automatically this workflow it will be run. It will run it. This is the job, and it will create one Ubuntu latest version in the EC2. The see step, detect output in the front end changes and detect output from the uh, back end changes. Any it will detect, automatically it will run. Otherwise, if you not detected means it will not run this pipeline. Okay, detecting the front end back end changes, it's automatically detect. It will be take the GitHub output and every front end output it will run. It's it will usually we will not push the entire code to the main branch, because we will create our own branch, and that one branch we have to create the pull request and code reviews. They will review the entire code, and there will be raise the they will make the entire code. And coming to I see it's gift def. If def means it will be any changes is there or not means, and grip for the client branch. If any changes is there means automatically it will change. Same like backend changes file grip backend. If any changes is there means automatically it will be triggered, detecting the changes and it will be triggered. See this is the flow echo ECR orchestration tool, and first detecting the changes and front end backend. It will detect means it will trigger. First it will take the GitHub event name, trigger name. Trigger name is see this is the trigger name. It's a trigger name, and also remember trigger name and ECR repository, and in it will take. And coming to the front end dot GitHub workflows and front end ECR dot YAML files. There is a front end dot ECR YAML files and back end ECR YAML files. It will be run it, and everything all changes it will run everything, uh, updated everything. This is the entire flow. And coming to the front end dot ECR image, see front end dot ECR image workflows, or you have to run manually. Manually if you want to run, or let otherwise it will take it automatically, it will trigger this one, it automatically it will and AWS region. By default I am using the US East 1 region, and if you want you can change the region on the environment variables in the GitHub actions. I will show you at that time whenever and whenever I'm building this time. After this code I will be explain this AWS region where you have to configure. GitHub event name triggered, see, and GitHub referral, and it's a branch name, main branch or master branch. Based on it will take the collect here front end, it will take the input from here back and in each branch and everything. And come environment ECR repository name. If you don't have any repository also, it will create the ECR repository name is a front end. I will show you where it will create. See, ECR repository name is front end. It will create automatically the front end in the ECR repository, and it's a pull request or normal trigger. This is the flip. First, it will set up the Node.js and install the front end dependencies and run front end. It will test it and build front end app and configure the AWS secret keys. And we have to give the AWS secret key and access key. We have to configure in the environment variables or secret repository secrets. Anything we have to configure. If the section token is there means we have to mention the section token. Otherwise, if you leave it the section token. If you don't have the section token means if you have leave this topic and just configure AWS secret key and access key, it's fine. And section token means like some organizations, they will give the AWS account details. In that account details, they will give the section type. In this section will be one exit with 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. That's why usually they will have to section tokens. And I am using the section tokens. If no problem, if without using the section tokens also, it's fine. Section token means it's a runtime. Okay, and the front end image it's building and logging the ECR repository with my friend details like AWS secret key and access key is logging and pushing to the ECR repository. And after pushing, you will get the summary. What I did, if any issues is there, means you will entirely you will get the summary. And coming to the ECR, backend from ECS, same exactly whatever I explained, the same only, but it's printed into the backend. It's creating the backend repository name in that same name only, ECR repository. See, ECR repository, it will take this environment variable, it will create the environment variable for the ECR repository. It will build it and test it and deploy it by default. If you don't have, by default it will take random details, like if this details for the local host only, not for EC2. Not, we are not taking for this actual database details, because this is the for local host only. Username is test, password is test, and DB test is it's by default. I mentioned because it's the local variables. Like if I same thing, if I deployed in the local variable, it will deploy. It's don't need to tension. Don't worry. We are configuring some another database details, and ECR repository name with CI. And if local means it's communicating port number 8080 with the backend. But now we are load balancer we are configuring it, that it's for a local environment only. And coming to the AWS secret key and access key, if no sanction day for, and region US East 1 region, we have configured with the GitHub secret repositories, securities. And its backend, it will, based on the pull request, it will be triggered, or normal request also it will be triggered. And it's log in the ECR and push to the ECR, and finally it will give the summary. And this they happen. I hope you got the clarity. And now I did some small changes in the front end and back end. I will save it. Front end, I will do here small changes. Yeah, yeah. In front end, back end, I have to do some small changes. Yeah, I did a small, I give a small gap. And client also, I will create the README file here. .md .md. Here hashtag, and I will use some client. I'm just save it. Okay, and backend is saved, and front end, yeah, front end also I created. Okay, now I'm just clearing this screen, just clearing the screen. And before pushing this code, we need to configure AWS secret key and access key and region in the GitHub Actions. Okay, let us jump into the GitHub Actions. This is our code based. This is my GitHub repository. You will get the details here, and go to the repositories, and full stack Node.js ECS Fargate deployment. Currently it's private. I will be change it to the public. Too many projects is there. That's why I'm making it the public slowly, one by one, deploying and releasing to the YouTube. And I have given some personal training, right? That's why I'm making some private repositories. Okay. And yeah, uh, before going to, we have to create one IAM role, and I am user for secret access key and secret access key we have to create, and after that we will update to the GitHub Actions. Okay, and go to the AWS account. And first create IAM role, create IAM user for access key and secret access key. Mm, Okay, click the users. I'm choosing the US East 1 region only because I'm deploying entire application in US East 1 because my code, everything I have written on East 1 environment variables. Okay, and user name is books, attach policies and administration full access and click next. See, in the real MNC companies, like any startups company, they Terraform, there will be launch entire infrastructure through the CI/CD pipeline through the GitHub Actions only. But in the real time, in manually, we didn't create the IAM users. Actually, we will create one EC2 instance manually. Here in the we install the vault. We will install the vault. In the vault, we will connect to the GitHub Actions. Whenever the GitHub Actions it will trigger, automatically the vault it will be run, and the vault only it's automatically it will create the uh, IAM user, and entire GitHub Actions it will run 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, if successfully it's run, automatically the vault secret keys and access key also it automatically deleted. Because of the security reasons, we are using the uh, vault in EC2. But here I am not using the vault. In upcoming videos, I will be explain about the vault. I am planning from DevSecOps 0 to Hero series. In that series, I will explain about the vault. And today I am creating normally in the GitHub Actions. Open books and go to the security credentials. Create secret access can secret access. Select CLI. Create. Yeah, this is my access key and secret access key. Now go to the code and go to the settings and go to the secrets and variables. Go to the actions. Oh, I already configured, but I updated 2 days back. I configured. Okay, go AWS access key. Just edit, copy. Okay, I will 2 minutes, guys. I will. Okay, 501-728. Updated AWS access key. See these environment variables I already given in the GitHub file folder. I will show you the go to the code and go to the Terraform ECR Fargate full stack. Here GitHub action secret key and access is there. Here you will get it like see AWS access key ID and secret key access ID. You have to copy directly and you have to paste it here. Okay. And next AWS secret access keys, copy. Yeah, updated. Now region. I'm choosing the US East 1 region. In your case, choose any region, no problem. If you are mentioned here US East 1 region means your entire application it will deploy on US East 1 region, or if you choose Mumbai region means your entire application it will deploy in the Mumbai region. Okay, I'm choosing US East 1 region. It's done. Now I will create one S3 bucket. See in my Terraform, I'm using the Terraform. I'm deploying the entire infrastructure like ECS clusters and database and VPC, everything I'm creating through the CI/CD pipeline in the GitHub Actions, right? In the GitHub Actions, there is a one problem is there. If you didn't configure the S3 buckets, um, the database, it's entirely CI/CD pipeline. It will run. It will create the entire infrastructure. But if you run once again the pipeline, it will create a second time also. And if you create third time also, it will create third time also. And if you deleted means it will not deleted because of Terraform state file. You didn't stored anywhere. If you store this file, it will you can delete it and you can create it and you can update it also. That's why I'm Terraform state file. I'm updating on uh, S3 bucket. Okay. Mm, Bucket name S S Terraform. Leave it everything as a default and create a bucket. And okay, wait. Bucket name is unique. Okay. Yeah, it's done. Just copy the bucket name. Here, the Terraform state files, it will be stored here. Whenever I'm deploying, at the time I will explain the code also. You will be get the better clarity. See, Terraform state bucket. Here, you need to update your bucket name. Same variable only have to mention. Okay, this my bucket name. Save update. And these variables I already given here. See, and see given Terraform state files and Terraform log table, and we created the S3 bucket. Now we need to create DynamoDB table. Why we are creating the DynamoDB means we are running Terraform too many things. Like we are creating the database, we are creating the EKS clusters, and we are creating backend and frontend images. Like everything, it's running multiple files is there. If your case, if you are running at a time two Terraform files at that time, it's DynamoDB. It will be help to create our entire infrastructure and smoothly. That's why we are creating the Terraform state file bucket. Okay, and open okay bucket DynamoDB. It's opening. See in the DynamoDB, Terraform state looking DynamoDB table. It will be stored only Terraform state looking only. Because it's simple why I'm creating the DynamoDB means if you're running the Terraform at same in the two times, like you're deploying the VPC at the same time you are deploying the RDS at the same time you are triggering the two files. Uh, Normally in the two times if you're triggering means definitely it will fail without using the DynamoDB. If you use the DynamoDB, it will be smoothly, it will be create table. Here I'm choosing the Terraform log table, and here I'm choosing log ID and everything. make sure you have to choose the same name only, lock ID, and everything I'm leaving as a default. And here choose the string only. I'm just creating. Just copying the table and just updating here. Terraform uh, lock table. Yeah, successfully we updated. Now in the ECR, check the ECR. Any existing repositories is there or not. We will check it. If it's and go to the private repositories. Uh, Private repositories. Yeah, no images is there. Now we will push code what we have changed in the front end back end. Same code we will push it to the Git, and it will automatically it will trigger. We updated, right? Git add Git commit and ECR deployment front end and back end. Yeah, two files we changed everything. Now Git push. I'm directly pushing the main branch, master branch only. It's my branch. Usually, we can't have access to the push in the master branch because we have to push it on our own branch and we have to raise the peer. Automate the reviewers entirely see the code and there will be merge the peer. I'm directly pushing to the main branch. Yeah, and go to the actions. See ECR building. See it's detect the changes, and front end is building and back end is building. Now, if you go here and check the front end image, you will see it exactly what is going on inside. See, first job it's on, show the front end workflow contents and check out the repositories and build the Node.js, install the dependencies, and build front end the Docker image and configure the AWS credentials and ensure that repositories if it's the same the front end it's existed means it will update that images and log in the ECR image and tag is latest and push and update it and backend is done already. So backend is already done. Now you just go back and just refresh here. Yeah, see you'll get the latest image few seconds back. Okay, now we will check the front end. Usually in the front end, the dependencies and everything it will install and it will take like 2 minutes time. Front end. Yeah, it's pushing the images. Imaging. Yeah, it's done. Okay, now if you go for summary, final stage is running. Final stage is running. After that, you will get summary. See in the detect in the client and detect the backend, and it's updated, and the GitHub workflow, the front end is here, backend is here, and this is the front end details and backend details, and the small issues. That's no problem. And we updated everything, and we pushed the images to ECR. We checked everything, and now coming back. First I will deploy it. After that, I will explain. First, I will deploy the VPC. Uh, view run and just run workflows, and I'm choosing master and just applying. Started the workflows. Okay, in meantime, I will explain the code now. Okay, go to the VPC file. See, I'm choosing the US East 1 region. In this region, I'm choosing the uh, block CIDR block is 10.0.16, and public subnet I'm choosing, and public subnet 2, and I'm creating the internet gateway and route table, and route table I'm allowing every ECR full traffic I'm allowing. See, I'm choosing the private subnets in US East 1 region A, and private subnet for US East 1 1B I'm choosing, and I'm choosing the elastic IP with ECS NAT gateway and ECS route table with private I'm selecting. And coming to the security groups, I'm allowing the port number 80 and port number 443 HTTPS services. I'm allowing the port number 22 and allowing the port number 3306 for the database. I'm giving the full access again. Okay. And coming to the backend, the Terraform state file, it will store down the S3. And coming to the VPC Terraform deployment, see, and first Terraform VPC deployment, and this is the workflow dispatch. And if you run manually, or if you run uh, main branch, or if you're a pull request, whatever happen, but you have to run manual only. It's automatically, it will not triggered. If you raise the PR also in manual, you have to do it, but usually we can't do it in the manually, because only for Terraform only we have separate repositories there, and every Terraform engineers there will be start writing the code, and there will be raise the PR, and there will be see the entire code, and there will be merge the code. uh, if it is merge means automatically it will deployed. If anything it's wrong, it will be roll back it easily. Okay, and see, I'm selecting region, variable, and secret. Anything it will find. I'm choosing the TF state bucket file and TF state bucket and log tables and means here why I'm choosing two means if some members there will be configure the repository secrets, and some members there will be configure the variables. If you configure anywhere, it will be triggered automatically. And check out the repository and set Terraform. It's a Terraform version. It will take it, and it will configure the AWS credentials, secret key and access key. It will take, and now GitHub event name. Event name is Terraform deployment, and variables, everything. It will take it, and it will start first Terraform working directory. In this working directory means VPC Terraform deployment dot YAML file. In this working directory file, it will go and check these two files, and it will start a deployment, and it will check these two directories like Terraform working directory, Terraform working directory. It will check it and it will deploy it. See, this the working directories and everything. And next, it will validate, it will plan, and if you want to destroy means it this two it will run. If you want to apply means directly it will run on working directly. Working directly I mentioned here at the starting stage. Working, see, Terraform working directory, Terraform ECS Fargate full stack app slash VPC network. This is the VPC network. This is the Terraform working directory. It will run directly there, and Terraform applied. And if you want to destroy means if you choose the destroy, if you type the destroy name only, it will destroy everything. And after that, it will give the one summary. And finally, that file, it will be Terraform state file. It will be stored on the S3 bucket and DynamoDB. This is the way. And let's go back and check it. See, everything is done. See, total ESI Elastic IP it's created, Internet Gateway and Ad Gateway, ECR and ECS, private tables, root tables, and VPC power subnets, everything it will created. Now, if you go back and check the DynamoDB and open this DynamoDB, here you will get the log table. And see, go to the explore things. See, this is the bucket name, and this is the VPC, and this is the Terraform state file. If you click, it will show the table. See, log ID, and it will show the some digital unit name. If you run two times, it will automatically run. If you want the JSON view also, it will show the JSON view also. And go back and S3. In S3, if you just refresh, you will be get like VPC Terraform, and VPC Terraform. You will get the Terraform state file. If you destroy also, it will update it. If you don't configure the S3 and DynamoDB, and if you're unable to delete, if you apply it, AWS Resource Center, it will create. And if you create second time also, it will recreate it, and but it will not delete. It will create. If you run Terraform apply 10 times, that same name EC2 instance, it will create 10 times. That's why I'm configuring the AWS S3 bucket and DynamoDB. Okay. And I think it's C VPC name is there, no? And if you click this one, you will be get it the Terraform state file bucket. How you are seeing here. See, and explore items. See, is the S3 bucket, VPC network, and Terraform state file. Same like that, if you get it here, say Terraform state file. Okay. And now I'm going back. Enter VPC, it's done. If you want to check the VPC also, you will be see it, and go for VPC. Enter VPC structures and everything it's created. And now, okay, now I will deploy the database, and see, go for actions. Here you will get the Terraform RDS deployment. Otherwise, you can go for the .git nor you will get it there. I'm just running. Apply. I'm running. Yeah. Meanwhile, we will check it. Okay, it will take some time now. Okay, we will first of all, I will explain the code, and VPC done right. RDS. See, backend.tf, it will store the S3 bucket, your RDS stateful set. And first, AWS S3, sorry, AWS region is US East 1 region, and it will take the VPC, what it's ECS VPC, whatever VPC it's created, the same VPC it will take. And our RDS, it will creating on the private subnet one. subnets, and private subnet two, it will take two subnets, and the security group, we all allowed the 3306, that same security group it will take. And first of all, see, allocating the storage, I'm allocating the 20, and name is books RDS, and it will take the security group 1 and 2. Save this, the security group and 1 and 2 it will take it. And engine is MySQL. I'm choosing the latest version 8.4.7, and instance type is DB T3 micro, and I'm multi availability zone, I'm selecting the true, and my DB name is my DB, and my username is admin, and my password is Shwant123, and I'm skipping the Slam shop is true, and VPC is security groups and subnets groups I'm selecting, and this is the entire VPC. And coming back to the RDS Terraform deployment, same here. Uh, here also, you need to trigger manually. Uh, it will not trigger automatically, because uh, I'm not pushing the code every time in the master branch, because it's pull request. I'm not mentioning here. That's why, if you trigger manually only, apply apply plan and destroy options I selected. If you want to destroy, means the description you need to select and destroy. At that time only, it will destroy and regions everything, and take the AWS credentials and Terraform apply. And here the Terraform working directory means RDS and Terraform init and Terraform validate, Terraform apply, and Terraform, if you want to destroy, means Terraform destroy. If you require, if you type the destroy name, and Terraform applied everything. This is the way. Okay, go back, and now I will be check it. Okay, see, VPC is 2. Is there no? The VPC has been created. This is the VPC. Okay, and go for the RDS and EC2. And we see, uh, if I deployed it, my application, means at the time, in the bookstore there is a no books is there, because I'm creating a new database. In the database, nothing is there. It's an empty database, right? That's why I'm triggering some database books. I'm uploading the two books. In these books, whenever I deployed, at the time the books, the two books will be, it will show you on the front end. That's why, same last time how I deployed, same thing only I'm deploying. And go through here, and full stack Node.js EKS Fargate deployment. This is the my GitHub name, and go to the actions. Usually it will take some time, because the RDS it will be, I'm choosing the high availability, right? And go to the backend, and backend, see, I given some steps here. You just copy command and run it, automatically it will be destroyed, right? Okay, and launch instance. I think I'm going with little bit fast, right? Maybe I will be slowly, I will deploy it. I hope you understanding. If you miss anywhere, please stop the video and first deploy it and go back. Okay. And without launch without, say, RDS it's creating. Okay. Uh, and see, here EC2 instance, like everyone know the how to create the EC2 instance, but why I'm telling uh creating the EC2 instance detail means, see this EC2 instance, we need to select our own VPC, and we are selected public subnets, not private subnets. Our database is a private, same VPC, and we have to select also same VPC. If you selected the default VPC means you are unable to connect your databases. That's why I'm telling you, please watch this uh, video how you can creating the EC2 instance, because if some members will be skip this video, that's why I'm telling please watch this uh, creating video and wait. Okay, I'm just closing this one. Okay, and RDS, yes, EC2 instance, and I'm going for the Amazon Linux, and instance type I'm choosing that T3 micro, and key pair I'm choosing the without key pair. If you want to select your choose your own key pair only, and you can connect in Mobexterm. And coming to here network settings, you just edit network settings, choose your own VPC, ECS VPC, and here select public, not private. If you selected in the private means you can connect it in easily. If you choose the private, you need to create the endpoints and like that. And coming to here, choose enable. Some members will be get the disable, we choose enable. And coming to the security groups, I already created one security group through Terraform. Choose uh, same subnet, same security group, and storage is 8 GB fine. We are just creating the uh, just running that script, right? That's why 8 GB it's fine, and it's optional for IAM role. If you given, it's no problem, and everything is done. Just launch. It's launching. And if you are facing any doubts regarding this process or entirely, please ping me in LinkedIn. I will be reply you. Or if you are want to take some any another videos, like I want to learn some good concepts means ping me. I will teach you detailing. And instance, I think, yeah, you can just select it and just connect. And see, select public. If you choose private means here you need to select the create the endpoints. And if you choose private means you can, we are just created the EC2 instance to running the easy uh, script purpose only, the SQL script. After that we can delete this EC2 instance just for 2 minutes only. We creating this one only because the workbench we are unable to connect because the RDS is private. That is one of the reason. And go to the your Node.js script and just copy your command, and copy the command, and yeah, go to the root user and install. And after that copy this endpoint test.sql file. Okay, see, go to backend folder. Here the test.sql file is there. Just open this test.sql file, and just you have to copy the script. Okay, and here just test.sql, just pasted the script, save and exit. I'm just running a small script. Okay, and just go back and copy this one. Just replace your endpoint. Go to your RDS Copy the endpoint and just paste it the endpoint. Just run password H1123 ready. The script is executed. Now if you want to see the script is executed or not, just run this command. Yeah, it's connected, and I given some comments here. uh, Show the databases and use databases, small script, same I last video project script only I copied, and show the databases. Same this script I taken from ChatGPT only directly. See the test table is created, and if you show the describe means, see test this is our database. And if you show the database means, yeah, there's a books table is created. And if you want to describe books means, see id, table, description, price, and cover. And if you run some queries, see this is the two books I added. And just I'm exiting, I'm just closing, and I'm terminating. Yeah, I'm closing. Okay, now everything is done. Now you can just go back, uh just go to the repositories and see in the code. We need to paste backend endpoint, backend ECR repository and frontend ECR repositories. uh, we need to update this two is manually. We can automatically can do it, but I didn't written the code for the automatic. That's why we need to configure the manually for this project. In next projects onwards I will be configured automatically. Just copy this one, copy endpoint. This is the backend endpoint. And go back VS Code. In the VS Code, go for ECS task. There's a backend task services is there. The backend task services, here you need to update. Just remove and just replace and just save and exit. Nothing you have to just do the same process. And same like in front end also, just go back and just remove this part. Just remove this part and copy the endpoint, front end endpoint, repository, front end repository. And I'm just saving and save it. And I will explain the code now. And Terraform dot t, I'm storing the stateful file in the S3 bucket. And this is the cluster name, my ECS cluster name. And this is the data source. See, US East 1 region. I'm taking the ECS VPC and private subnet I'm creating entirely in private subnet only this cluster. And security group, I'm taking the same security group. In that security group I'm allowing the 3306 and taking the public subnets also. And coming to the IAM role, this IAM role I am giving the Amazon ECS task execution role policy I'm giving, and go to the backend. Okay, this backend load balancer. It's creating one load balancer for the backend, and that load balancer I'm allowing the port number 80 HTTP, and task definition I'm creating. See, in task means like a pod. In Kubernetes, like a pod. Here I'm choosing the forget, and memory is 512, and CPU is 526, and we updated here points. And coming to the here, we need to update our uh, database endpoint. Just remove the database endpoint and take it as a new database endpoint. Go here, go to the books and copy the endpoint. Just paste it there, and just click and save and exit. Okay, and port number is 3306, and my DB database name is test, and mm, port number is 80, and username is Ashwant. Sorry, username is admin, and DB password is Ashwant123. Same like when we're creating the RDS, at that time I given these details, same details only I configured here. And coming to the so I'm creating the load balancer, HTTP, and forget, and latest image, same thing. Okay, and just you can save it and exit and save it. Okay, and coming to the here, I will explain the script also. ECS task definition. Okay, and Terraform ECS task deployment, and up this also we need to run manually, and this is the Terraform working directory, Terraform ECS forget full stack application slash ECS task. It will go through here and it will run this file, and region everything is same, and Terraform bucket name, and Terraform log table DynamoDB, and apply it. It's validate, plan, and destroy it, and apply it. This is the same process, and now you need to add it. ECS deployment, commit it, and just push. Yeah, it's done. Now just go back, CS, and create a 53, root 53. Uh, the root 53 we need to configure here. Same thing only. Just open the code. Uh, just for go for client, in the client SRC. See this step before when you were building the thing, you have to pages config.js. I forgot to tell this one. See, uh, I don't have backend images. Say that's why only at the starting I explained go for src pages config.js. In the config.js, at that time you need to update your root 53 table. That's why at the starting of time I told you here you need to update your root table. Sorry, root 53 name, domain name. Okay, I created go to the hostinger root 53. Okay, meanwhile I will start deployment. Go back. and ECS task deployment, and go for workloads and apply and run applyment workflows. Yeah, it will take time. Now we can go for ECS, open new tab. Usually it will take for 5 minutes or 6 minutes. It will take to create everything. And root table, sorry, hosting is there. Okay, now we will create the certificate manager also. At meal time, we can save the time and certificate manager. Yeah, certificate manager. Go for new tab. And request certification and choose request certification, and next and give your this my certification name, and leave it everything as a default and just request. And here domain name is there. Usually it will be active for 5 to 6 minutes. The status will be active. Before you need to do this process, you need to create a route 53 table, and the route 53 table you need to accept your requests. See, this route traffic you need to configure. Like if you create if you buy the domain, the hostinger, you need to four things: you have to copy it and you have to paste it in the hostinger. If you watched the previous my deployment application video, you can easily configure this one. That's why I'm directly going this step directly. This is the last time only I configure. Same thing only I'm using. If you don't know means, please watch the previous project video. This is the uh, uh, continuation the project. Previous one is the Kubernetes. This project is the Fargate. That's why just go back and see that one. You can come back here. Okay. And go for certificate manager and just create a record for the a record, and just create a record. Record is created, and just refresh. Yeah, see, C name is created, and the certificate is still is pending only. It will take for 5 6 minutes, because it validate and everything. It will take 5 minutes. That's why only I created before only. See, status is active. and now we can close the tab. And coming back here, we need to create the a record and see its deployment. It's taken less than 5 minutes only, 3 minutes 8 seconds is deployed. And go back here, this is the cluster, and go here task definition. See, it's active. Go back and just refresh. See, it is creating, and it will be take for 2 3 minutes to deploy entire application. Meanwhile, we will configure the uh, record and just create a record, and leave it as a default, and choose alias and application load balancer and US East 1 region, and choose the load balancer is backend, and just save it. Okay, and create a one more record. This record for frontend dot all dot site, and choose aliases and choose application load balancer, classic application load balancer. Choose US East 1 region and choose frontend and create. And now copy this link and paste it. It will take time to get the result. And, yeah, it's open. Now if you, it's running on HTTPS. See, by default, two books is there, and it is not secure because we created the certificate manager, but we need to configure the uh, load balancer. That's why go open for EC2 EC2 instance, a new tab. In the load balancer, we need to attach HTTPS like 443 port number for settings. And see here, go for load balancers. At the load balancers, in the load balancer, you need to create a listeners as a front end. HTTPS is a port number 443. It will forward it to the target group, and target group it will forward to the your ECS. Go for a front end. In the front end, add a listener and add listener. You need to choose HTTPS and port number 4443, and forward forwarding to the target group. Choose the target group is print and HTTPS, and it will forward it, and choose the certificate manager dot site, and leave it everything as a default. And one more thing I'm telling, and choose HTTPS, port number is 443, and actions, you need to select forwarding to the target group, and target group is front end target group. In this target group, it is running on HTTP. It's port number 80. It will redirect to the port number 80, and securities, everything, it automatically it's selected. See, it's automatically selected. You no need to change anything. Policy name and certificate, you need to select all dot site certificate and add it, and successfully it's added. You need to wait for 2 minutes. It will be active. Just open HTTP port 443. Wait for 2 minutes. It will redirect. It will be active. Just I'm refreshing. Wait, I will be check it. HTTPS. Yeah, I think it will be take 2 minutes time. Don't worry, guys. It's loading. I think it will take 2 minutes. Okay. We will go for next process. I will tell you on later on, and we will add books and name and description and price, book name, save the book. See, third book also it's added. Okay, like that you can add it the books and you can delete and everything. And now we successfully deployed entire application and the Terraform we deployed everything we deployed successfully. We forget application we deployed it. That coming to the problem for the forget deployment. See, whenever the front end guys or back end guys deploying the code, returning the code and pushing the GitHub actions, sorry, in the GitHub, automatically the GitHub actions it will be triggered, and the image will be latest image. It will be storing here. Latest image, you'll get the storage here, and this latest image it will not update to the your ECS forget because of you need to configure the low lambda functions and event bridge. Whenever the ECS it's triggered, automatically your it will trigger the forget also. You will be see the new applications. The process is uh, wait, I will explain. See, when developer push the code to the git, and automatically it will trigger GitHub actions. The image will be storing to the uh, ECR, ECR. So okay, after that, uh, immediately the lambda event bridge it will trigger event bridge. It's continuously it will checking whenever the front end image back end image it's updated the new repository. Automatically event bridge it will be triggered. If event bridge it will trigger means automatically lambda function will be triggered, and lambda function it will trigger, and lambda will be run the python code, and this python code automatically it will run and executed, and it will latest image it will update it to the ECR, sorry, ECS forget. And this image, this latest deployment, the user will be accessing the route 53. This is the entire process we are following now. See, deployment is completed. You are seeing the latest image, latest application, everything you are seeing. But whenever the developer is pushing the latest code, you need to see that latest changes also in the UI, right? That's why we are configuring this process. Okay, no problem. I will explain detailing, and now I will remove everything. I will removing. Yeah, successfully we removed. Now, uh, just go for the lambda function. We will create one lambda function first. Go to the lambda. Just closing this one. Go for lambda. In the lambda, we will see everything is in the GitHub only is there. See, this is the lambda code. In the lambda code, and you will see the Python code. See, here we can configure the Slack notification also. If Lambda it's triggered, the latest image it's deployed, and you will get the Slack notification. Without Slack also, we will do it. But today's video, I will explain without Slack. And if you want to deploy the with Slack means, I given detailed documentation here. Please go first. You have to deploy without Slack message, and after that you have to use this code. Same, I just added the Slack notification. This small code here, it will update it. And I given detailed documentation. Follow this documentation if you want the Slack notification. But now I am explaining the without Slack notification deployment, and your task is with the Slack notification deployment. First you deployed it without Slack, and after that you try to the with Slack. Nothing you have to do. Just replace the your uh, Lambda function code to your Slack documentation code. Nothing else. You have to just do it this same process only. But today I'm explaining this Lambda function code, and Lambda is done. Just create, and here I am ECS image uh, update update, and I'm choosing the Python 3.11 and create a role. You just create one role. In the role, you have to give me the administration full access, no problem. Otherwise, you need to give only ECR full access. It's fine. ECS full access and ECR full access, and even bridge full access you have to give. If you don't want to give the these three full access, if you give the administration full access, I'm taking the administration full access only, and leave it everything as a default, and just create a lambda function. Okay, I'm just space is there. Okay, just save it and go to the configurations and edit and choose timeout is 14. Save and exit and go to the code. Otherwise, you can go to the configurations and go to the environment variables and go here environment variables, add environment variables. Here now you can go to the code. First, we will take the environment variables. First, ECS. Okay, first I will explain the code. Import BOT3, import OS, import JS, and ECS. Client is ECS, and it will find the region name is US East 1 region, and just it will validate the event. Its message. It will invalidate event not founded everything, and now it will take the ECS cluster name and your account ID, and it will go and search the repository's name and repository name and everything, and it will read the your image URL ID, and with the tag name, repository name, and with the tag name and region your account ID. This is the full ID. It will tag it, read it. Whenever the latest image is pushed, it automatically updated to the our GitHub repository, our ECS repositories. And this is the front end. So URL. First it will take the backend repo and backend service name, access name, and backend task name. Same, we need to give the front end repository name and front end service name and front end task name. And first it will be go and get current task definitions and update container ID. First it will go for update for the task. Task means pods, everything it will update it. After that it will go and updated the container ID, and it will be generate, it will recreate, it means it can't stop the previous task. It will create one more task in the front end and back end and everything, and it will in the task it will update the ECS, and old task it will automatically it will delete it. This is the code everything. And first you need to copy the ECS and cluster name and go to the lambda, just paste it here, and E- ECS, and we will take everything. After that I will, and next AWS account ID, AWS account ID, and next go for backend repo name, backend repo, just uh, update it here, backend repo and front end repo. Okay, backend service, and next is backend task. Go here, backend task, and go environment variables. Now we will go for front end repo, update front end repo, and front end service, and front end task. Okay, now first we will go for the EKS cluster. Okay, this is our EKS cluster name. Copy this one. Just you have to go for clusters, and your cluster. This is the cluster name. Just copy the cluster name and paste it your cluster. Sorry, I think it's copied. Copied the cluster name. Oh, I think it's not copied properly. Wait, I will be reopened. Okay, I will copy here. Copied. Yeah. Now AWS account ID, you will get it here. Just copy the AWS account ID. Okay. Now backend repo name means go for yes, and just go here and just copy the backend, and service name is, and uh, go for clusters. This is the service name, backend ECS service name, and task, and we will update the front end service also, then service. And coming to the task, and go for the task actions. For backend, it's copied the backend name, task is backend, and go for front end is front EKS task, front EKS task, and repository name is front end, front end, and just save it. Okay, and just code and copy the code, copy the code and go for ECS. And meanwhile, you can open one more tab here, event bridge. AWS event bridge, open new tab. Okay, usually it will take some time, right? Okay, we will be create now event bridge. Go to the console and just type event bridge. Okay, select event bridge rule with event pattern. Just create a role and okay, go for configurations and just type uh, okay, I'm choosing some ECS image update. Okay, leave it everything as default and just create. Okay, and now go for AWS services event, and here you need to type ECR. See ECR image action, you just copy it and just drag and drop it. Okay, and now go to the code and just go back. Here I given event bridge pattern JSON file. You just copy this code. Yeah, it's copied. And again, go back event bridge and just remove this pattern code and just replace it. It's like it's taken like source AWS ECR and action is ECR image action, and pushed any actions is there, automatically detect and it will update it. And same thing. Okay, and going the target and choose lambda, drag and drop lambda. Okay, and choose target another same AWS account. Okay, wait, and choose your lambda function is ECR ECS image update, and role I'm giving lambda update. If you are not given also the same, it will create the new lambda function. Everything as leave it as a default, and just yeah, you just leave it everything. It automatically whenever it will there, it's optional, and just create. Wait 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. Rule is successfully it's created. Everything is done. Now go to the task. See in the task currently your only task 6 is there. Just remember this name. 6 is there. And meanwhile, you have to check and ECS task is 3 is there. Mm, but same thing. Just remember these two names. And also you have to go for a cluster, and this cluster EK AWS ECR clusters. You have to choose backend ECS task. It's healthy currently, and just check it task. Just remember just two names because I'm updating the code now. just remember this code and everything. uh, Container ID, because I'm just updating. Okay, just go back, go for this code, go for front end. What I want to do changes and go for client pages and index.html. Okay, I will just update here only. Hashtag front end. I did small changes, save, and I will do the same changes in the backend also. And backend readme.md file, and here I will be select backend, save and exit. Okay, and I'm just add, git add, git commit, and new images, two changes, and just git push. Yeah, it's pushed. Now it's automatically, it will triggered. Go for actions. It's automatically, it is triggering. And go here. Sorry, man. Actually, I didn't pasted the new code. It's my mistake. It's the latest image. It will not change it. Sorry, sorry, sorry. So I didn't check it also. Okay, no problem. We will build the new images. No problem. Just for Lambda code, just for Lambda code, and just copy. Okay, and just go here. Yeah, deployed. It's truly my mistake only. Yeah, and task test. It's my mistake. My mistake. I forgot it. Just save it and again test it. Okay, now I will update the code now. Again, go for readme file, and I added hashtag backend one. I'm just saving and go for here. mm, Hashtag client. Just save it and git add, git commit new images. And before that, I will check it Lambda is running or not. Just close it and just save. Yeah, see, status is successful. Test and invalid event, no detection, details found, because it means no images it's found. Okay, now I will update git push. Yeah, now you can check it. Go for actions. Now it's building. Once images it's completed, and go for containerizations. In the containerizations, the new images you will be see it. Go for backend. Yeah, it's putting its images is updated, and see its new images also it's updated, and just see front and back and everything it's updated. And now I will be check it, see its latest image is updated. Now immediately I will go a task. In the backend previously it's 6, now it's 7. Open 7. See, see this is the latest image. Okay, backend dot 7. And coming back to the front end also we will check it, and go for front end. In the front end, task 3, and here it's updated, and image is latest. Okay, and now if you go for the clusters, and the clusters, see it's one is pending, still it is updating. Still, see backend is updating, it's still updating. This is the way of updating the automatically images. Now you got the entire clarity, right? Like I will show you the S3 buckets also. Just refresh. You'll get S3 buckets, and you'll get the Lambda functions, sorry, DynamoDB functions and everything. And after that, please delete entire resources after testing and everything, because it will be cost very high, because I used the very high availability zones. It's entirely production grade application, right? That's why I used very high. That's why you don't need to do, just go back and go back to pull require, sorry, pull, go to the actions. In the actions, and go for first uh, ECS task deployment, and just run workflows, and just select destroy, and type destroy, run workloads. It's automatically your entire resources it will be delete. Okay, and see there is a total 3 is there. See EKS cluster, VPC and RDS, same like here also EKS cluster, RDS and everything is there. Okay, and you can delete after deleting everything you can delete this one also. And now I'm deleting the repositories. Okay, I'm deleting because delete everything, because otherwise it will cost very high. I hope you got the entire clarity. If you stuck anywhere, please feel to the ping me in LinkedIn. I will explain where you are facing the doubts and issues and everything I will explain. And see now the Lambda function I deployed without uh, task, without Slack messages. I given here, just go for the detail information here. Here the Slack notification. Here you'll get the everything detailedly. See this is the Slack notification. Same. I just added the some few code here only. Everything is same. And next coming back, and it will destroying and everything. See, it's everything is destroying. Usually it will take for 5-6 minutes to destroy entirely. And meanwhile we will delete ECR repositories we deleted, and load balancers automatically it will delete, and EKS cluster also it will delete. See, it started destroying everything. And coming to Lambda, we will delete. It's Lambda, it will not cost Lambda, and we have to delete everything. If you not, if still it will be active means it will cost very high. That is the problem. And for me, my bill everything is paying AWS, right? I can manage it in my side, but in your side, practice and delete and everything. And I will delete the rules also. Select the rule, select the rule, and delete. Okay. And you can delete this one, otherwise it will cost $50. 0.50. It's approximately it will in Indian currency it will cost 35 rupees per day. 35 to 40 rupees it will cost per one day. And delete this two, and delete the C name also, and delete the certificate manager also. It will cost very high. And coming to the certificate manager, okay, I will open ACM. Open certificate manager database also, it's automatically it will delete, and we will trigger at a time. Go to the actions, go to the RDS. It's at the same time if I'm destroying it will be not get any error because I configure the DynamoDB, right? Go to the actions, destroy, destroy. Okay. And I shared in the GitHub. You can take it here, and uh, I'm leaving this one, and DynamoDB I will delete later on. Okay, it's deleting. Wait for some time. And Lambda we deleted, and certificate managers list certificates, and select it. More actions, delete, deleted, and okay. It will automatically it will destroy. See, started destroying everything. See, it started destroying, and in RDS also it started destroying. Okay, and once it will destroy it, and you can delete the RDA. Once EKS is destroyed, after that RDS is destroyed. After that VPC you can destroy it. After that you can destroy the DynamoDB, and after that you can destroy the S3. This is the flow of the destroying. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching entire video. And if you really like this content, please like the button. If you like the button, it will be uh, go for other contents. We are learning the DevOps, and there will be uh, get the notification about this video. And thank you so much guys. I'm closing the section.